Before conducting my media product, I had to find out who my target audience was by looking at the target audiences of films within the horror and thriller genre. We did this to help give us an idea of how we could appeal to them. We looked at the IMDb for films of the same genre as our media product that we drew inspiration from. From this, we learned that there are less views of the audience aged 30 plus, whereas males and females under the age 18 the film was appealing to. From this, we decided to give our media production the age classification of 15 because horror and thriller films are popular with young teenagers. This was useful to us because I could then go to my target audience directly and find out relevant information so I could insert the ideas to appeal to them. During my prelim, I used Facebook as a media institute to conduct my primary research for my target audience. However, I realised that it wasn't the best way to address my target audience because I was limited to the responses I received because I had limited friends on Facebook. Also, I noticed that any feedback that I wanted would be biased when in fact I needed honest opinions to produce a successful film opening. Which is why I decided during my main task to use Yahoo because I could get anonymous responses directly from my target group quick and easy. I learned what my target audience want and expect, and that I need to focus on maintaining the codes and conventions of horror films and combine them with our own elements to make our opening scene unique and original. In order to attract my audience, I had to act on the feedback given from my prelim audience so that I know what improvements needed to be made to avoid mistakes in my main task. Do you think the narrative story made sense?
It did at points, but some points were a bit
Um, do you think we need to do any improvements?
off. Make speech a bit clearer and don't put like audio, like music over the speech.
Alright, thanks. It was clear the first time that we did a media product, the narrative was unclear and the music overcame the dialogue, which is why in our new media product, I made sure that these errors were fixed so that my target audience know that we're taking their opinions under consideration, which hopefully they appreciate. My group and I believe that our storyline will attract our audience because it is short, clear, and effective. Our storyline is based around a broken-hearted psycho who is obsessed with young females. The storyline is based around the everyday lives of young adults, for example, teenagers going to school and not returning home, which reflects the dark side of society today as there has been an increase in the number of young people missing. This is one of the many things we incorporated in our main production so that our target audience can relate. I adjust my target audience directly by using the primary method interview. From this, I learned that they enjoy an interesting storyline that follow the horror and thriller film codes and conventions with a twist to make it unique. I also learned that they desire a build of attention because it gives them a sense of self-involvement, which allows them to believe that the film is realistic, resulting in the heightenance of their emotional fear. Given that we decided on our age classification to be 15, we also targeted males and females. To attract our audience, we included both genders whom were of the same age as our target audience so that they could relate or connect with the characters emotionally. From the interview we conducted, we discovered that our target audience wanted to see horror and thriller film codes and conventions followed, so to appeal to them, we made sure that we honoured this. We took on a typical stereotype that males are violent and females are innocent within the horror and thriller genre because it was what most films follow with the exceptional supernatural twists. We used props to attract our audience, for example, casual clothing represent their age, as well as images of the young girls heavily made up to reflect young people's vanity and highlight the issue of the importance to look good nowadays. These will attract our audience as they will be able to relate to these props.